Following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, DeMontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
It is go time right here at the SWC Podcast Studio in Frisco, Texas, headquarters of the Dallas Cowboys. It is time for the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming.
The 10-win Dallas Cowboys. That's what.
According to Barry.
Yeah, you see me out there? Give me that blue pack. Yeah, I'm in there.
Bringing that,
Rooted.
that
Oh, that ain't
Blue
the-
Magic.
this ain't the
Barry Church, former Cowboys safety on Blue Magic. Texas A&M graduate, agricultural leadership degree. He is Finu Pius. He is Trey
Minor
Moore.
communication.
Mr. Emaw, my man, North Texas Mean Green. He is the nephew of the greatest defensive tackle in professional football history, Meet Joe Green. He's Hek'ma Harrison, soon to be an Emmy winner.
Let's go, big dog.
Also, father
Speaking into existence.
of one of the best wide receivers in Texas.
I'm just letting y'all know.
Right now. Right now.
Let him get one of them bags that they handing out at Texas Tech.
There it is.
Yeah, good luck to Texas Tech with that softball, boy. That softball girl, $1 million? The lead Stanford?
$1 million.
They gave her $1 million. They in the
Texas
national
Tech.
championship round right now. Yeah, $1 million. She left Stanford real fast.
That's how the bag, you know what, when the bag pays off. When it pays off, it's one thing to give the bag and the bag not pay off, but this is one of those situations where they targeted someone that absolutely came in and changed the whole dynamic of their program.
And you know every softball coach in America is rooting against Texas Tech, right?
Hell yeah! Yes. Yes.
They're like, hook 'em. They want
Hey.
Texas to win in the worst way. Texas won game one.
Right.
By the way, 2-1 in a good game.
For the
So,
softball.
yeah, baby, they gave her
They
$1
gave her
million.
Hey, Texas Tech brought out
It's a
that bag,
lot
y'all.
of it's a lot of dads just went to their daughter's room and said, "Come on,
now.
Hey,
come
I'm
on, get
not
up
gonna
right
lie.
now, get up right now."
I got a 3-year-old right now. She be hitting my brother with stuff. I was like, keep that going, baby.
Yeah,
Them
come
other,
on.
and them other coaches are like, I said the break didn't win up.
That's today's price. Ain't today's price.
Hey,
Exactly.
As much as it hurt me to say, you might want to watch out for Tech because the guy that took over like that whole investment group to pay that girl $1 million, what do you think they about to do in them other sports?
The football team, they invest in the football team. So this is the Players Lunch. I'm Newy Scruggs. Whole lot to get to.
Let's get
of
to
the
it.
Dallas Cowboys here. All right, so I want to throw something at you. I work over at NBC, so every night
ain't PFF.
Be prepared.
it's not PFF.
It ain't
Sure.
PFF.
No. It's Pro Football Talks.
Oh,
PFT.
PFT, not the PFF.
Our favorite.
No PFF.
No,
We didn't upgrade.
Yeah, we on NBC.
There we go.
Go
Love it.
ahead, fact check.
So Chris Sims comes out with his quarterback rankings.
Wow, Sims, man.
Chris Sims, former.
He been tripping lately.
So,
He been tripping.
Lately.
He been tripping, man.
Lately.
Lately.
What you mean by lately?
Yeah, he trip all the time. He trip all the time. He got a little bit of trip in him.
Trip out.
So he's talking about he's got his rankings out there. He's got his rankings, his quarterback rankings, and
Here we
he's
go.
got him down in tiers and breakdowns ahead of the season. And so, I wanted to see where Dak Prescott was. Where do you have him at? What's he thinking? And so, when it comes to Dak, he's got his after the needs more info. He would need more info, guys, which he said was Michael Penix and Drake May. Then he gets to is this it? Question mark. Number one on the is this it? And it says a tier of trio of quarterbacks who were once considered rising stars. Now they are fighting for their NFL futures. And he has Dak Prescott.
Ain't no way.
No.
Hey,
Hold on, listen. No,
Don't do
listen.
that. Away right now.
Let him finish. Go ahead. Come on.
PFT. Where's PFF at?
I wouldn't be that extreme.
So
but he's tripping.
So let me read the three guys and what he has to say. The first is Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
He said there are few quarterbacks more divisive than Prescott. Sims is underwhelmed about the 31-year-old, declaring that his release is slow and his anticipation is not great. Then he goes into Tua Tagovailoa of Miami, and he says Tua has played in just one postseason game in his career, a 26-7 loss to the Chiefs in 2024. Sims likes a lot about Tua's game, but he's very concerned about the quarterback's ability to play big game football. And then the final one in his tier is Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He says Lawrence is one of the most difficult players to rank because there's an unbelievable talent in him, but there's way too many missed throws. New head coach Liam Cohen has arrived in Jacksonville and will attempt to fix his franchise quarterback. However, at the end of the day, it's going to be on Lawrence. And so that's the tier he put him in. That's what he had to say.
What are the other tiers and who else is on this list? Before I
There's only 3 in that one, right?
So it's a lot. Like one, he's got ready to launch. Like he's got a whole thing like ready to launch. That's where he's got like Bo Nix and Caleb Williams right there. Then he's got the I did went to the Needs More Info guys. And he's got the Don't Forget About Me. That's Kirk Cousins. He's in that category. And he's got a category called Escape from New York. Which
all right, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Enough with the clickbait. Stop it.
So
it's
but just back to Dak, you know.
back to Dak.
He says he's fighting for his NFL future and that he's underwhelmed by Dak. And he says Dak's release is slow and his anticipation is not.
You want me to go?
Look at me in this camera.
Yeah.
I hate when people say stuff like this just to do clickbait. To sit here and say this man is fighting for his NFL future. Do you know what type of contract he had? Do you know what type of teams will pay for Dak Prescott right now? One of those teams being Miami, the guy that you mentioned on there, Tua. So for you to sit here and say that, oh, he's fighting for his NFL future, like that is absurd. Like just because you're tired or you're getting used to seeing something like that, you don't let talent like that go. That is generation. Like, he's not, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say he's not generational talent, but he is a proven starter in this league. You don't just give that up for tools and fuels and sit here and say that, oh, because he's 31, oh, his time releasing is slow and stuff like that. Like, stop it, bruh. Like, yes, he hasn't performed up to the ceiling that people are saying going to the Super Bowl and this and that, but he's taken his team to the playoffs. He's showing that he's had the number one offense multiple times throughout his career. And then you're going to sit here and say that a healthy Dak Prescott, I'm sorry, to say his career is over, I hate when you put that narrative on people because then once that narrative gets there, it starts to snowball. Like, don't do that. Talk the facts. Don't just do clickbait.
Nah, I'm with you on this. And, like I said before, Sims be tripping sometimes.
I'm sorry.
And he was tripping on this one. I get on Dak a lot when you talk about playoffs and all that stuff. I understand that, but you got to be able to get to the playoffs. And with Dak Prescott, we're just a year or two removed for him being second in the MVP voting.
Yeah, 2. 2 years
it's like, what are we saying here? This is also a man that rattled off 3 straight 12 win seasons.
Yeah,
I mean this is a guy that his playoffs. He has the same amount of wins as maybe Lamar Jackson when it comes to the playoffs, maybe one win behind him.
Yeah. And
we're talking about this man being, his NFL future being at stake. I don't agree with that at all. Does he need to, be more healthy and win more in the playoffs? Of course he does. But there's a lot of quarterbacks out there that wish they had the same resume as a Dak Prescott. So to me, this is, Sims tripping once again. When you put that Cowboys name up there, people are going to click in and want to look at it. But overall, Dak is far from being done in this league. And to me, a lot of NFL franchises will want to have 4 as their signal caller back there.
Yeah, well, Chris Sims, son of Super Bowl champion Phil Sims, he probably has – he has made statements throughout his career as an analyst that I have not agreed with. I mean, when I think of ass hat, he's in the conversation with that because of some of the things that he says. And it's like, I think, and I'm not even playing devil's advocate here because that I have fiercely defended Dak for years and years and years. And I think what people are starting to put together is the culmination of his work and what he's done. They're saying, all right, 10 years in this thing, this is as far as you've gone. Is this it? Is this your ceiling? And we've always talked about force multipliers, guys that come in and make other people better. I don't think they've ever looked at Dak in that realm to say, okay, he is a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, like Hurts, that needs to have those pieces around him. But when you think about the jump that Jalen Hurts has made, it has been because he has had the talent around him to propel him to the Super Bowl MVP, Saquon Barkley, and other
Moore.
AJ Brown. I didn't mean to agree with that. But you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, you start to see when an organization gives a player that has those limited tools, as far as nobody's ever said, "Oh my God, Dak's on." You'd never come away from a game saying, "Whoo, man, great throws, great moments," but a game where it is all on display. I think Dak is what he is. And I think as an organization, you have to understand, even with the injuries that he suffered, mechanics and all that Chris Sims was talking about, if you saw 25 minutes, pretty good, man. He talks about his mechanics and all of that. I think right now, this front office needs to put the pieces. George Pickens is in. They re-signed CeeDee Lamb. You have your tight end. Ferg maybe you bring in a offensive line. Your offensive line is much better. I think your running back group is going to be much better than it was last year. So therefore, I think you're going to see the better version of Dak Prescott because now you're giving him the weapons to work with.
And he's a better QB than Jalen Hurts. Just saying.
Let's go
off the top.
Pure QB.
He
He ain't a winner. He ain't a winner like Jalen Hurts, but he is a better pure QB in my opinion.
Go throw it up.
That's just me. That's just me. I wore it today.
The rest of, as Bill Parcells once said, for the rest of your life, they can never say you couldn't get it done.
Oh.
He got it done. I got a Super Bowl
Amen.
MVP trophy. So no matter what,
Amen to that.
no matter what,
Can't take that.
And I can't be
not
mad at
take that from him.
I can't be mad at that. But you are a fat guy, are you not?
at the end of the day, as Ric Flair said,
Woo!
you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man.
You got to.
He is the man.
But if you had a choice
Standing on
of
top.
starting your organization,
We ain't talking about starting. That man walk in the building with a ring.
Oh, he
Yes, he
definitely
do.
do.
And say,
Definitely do.
he right.
And I respect him.
Okay,
for that.
so
I'm
he can
just-
sit up. He and Patrick Mahomes can sit up in the same club, drinking that champagne.
No.
Oh,
They
no.
cannot
Yes,
sit
they
at the same
can.
club.
Yes, they can.
Patrick Mahomes in a different club.
They-
No, it's
He's
the
up there
same
with
Super
the
Bowl
GOATs.
club.
They Super Bowl club with the
Super Bowl
ring.
club.
Yes, they in the ring. The Champions Club. They in the Champions Club. He in there. Entryway.
He is,
in there.
he is.
So thank you.
But Patty and that he up there, he
You-
knocking on Tom door saying, "Hey,
You know,
What's good?
he can go to the VIP at the Super Bowl, the Hall of Fame club, but the Champions Club, Jalen Hurts is in there.
I'm sorry, man. This is what happened when you talk about your little doggy friends.
We don't talk about Anthony Richardson, your guy.
Fighting.
Can't even start?
He fighting right
So
now.
the
And that's a
rebuttal,
sad thing.
the rebuttal
Sad
to
thing.
that is
So I go back to this point about what Mr. Sims said.
Sims.
Slow release.
Yep.
How do we feel about that?
you know what? I think after the injury, that is something that I worry about because obviously with age, you got to slow down, right? And I think with a hamstring injury on a quarterback that was already dealing with an ankle issue, he's going to move slower. But even in that, when he said about his slow release and criticizing him about that, he also praised Dak for his patience. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say, hey, I love him. I love his patience and his ability to
Slow release.
Yeah, but he has a slow release. Yeah, but I love his patience.
No.
But he also got on Dak about choosing, like if he has a combo route, choosing the underneath routes, the short stuff, and not allowing the other stuff to come open, right? Yeah. And so it's a big contradiction in what he's making of it. But I think when I look at Dak, when I look forward to seeing Dak this season, I want to see how he moves because, man, after having surgery on your hamstring, that's going to be a big deal for him, especially his mechanics and his release.
Also, what a healthy O-line. Like what we've seen when Dak has guys in front of him that can protect him. He can put up great numbers. I mean, we've seen it. Like, was it 2 years before when he was second MVP? The man threw 37 touchdown passes. All right, limited interceptions. He went from 15 interceptions the year before to, I was killing him. And he brought him way back down. And in this past year, how many times did we see lookout blocks? Hey, man, look out, he's about to get you. Like, he can't sit there and let the routes develop and be able to hit those deep shots when he got guys breathing on his neck. I think he'll have a better offensive line to protect him a little bit more, and you'll be able to see that Dak Prescott that we've seen from years past.
2 rookies on the offensive line last year with 1 rookie basically failing the test at left tackle. And Tyler Guyton came out and owned it. He owned it last week and said, I wasn't where I needed to be. So yes, you're bringing up a valid, fair point to say, hey, look, what could he do if given the weapons and protection? I go back and I look at Jared Goff of Detroit. Mm-hmm. Sean McVay let him go. Despite him going to a Super Bowl with him, he's like, man, I can't get it done with this guy. So he goes to Detroit, and a lot of people are like, well, okay, he's here. But Brad Holmes, the GM's done an excellent job. They have a very good offensive line.
They're best in the league.
The big thing was like, hey, if you want to get to Goff, go up the middle on him. They've protected him there. Mm-hmm. They've done a very good job. Right. The weapons that he has from an offensive standpoint, the wide receiver, the tight end, use a first-round pick to upgrade the tight end. You got first-round picks at running back. They've done what they did for Peyton Manning in Indianapolis. I tell people all the time, look at how many first-round picks Bill Polian put around Peyton Manning. Mm-hmm. There was a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. Edgerrin James, Dallas Clark, Anthony Gonzalez, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison. It was just tons and tons. He just kept bringing first round and high draft picks to put around Peyton Manning, as they should have, by the way. On the offensive line as well. How many times are you doing that for a Dak Prescott? Are you giving Dak Prescott what they did in Detroit or even in Philadelphia? I think if you ask that question, you could say the Cowboys have not to the extreme that we saw in Philly, Indy, or Detroit for their quarterback.
Yeah, no, they definitely haven't done to that extreme of that magnitude. I think that's been the knock on them for years, just growing up in Dallas. Like you always said, hey, can we bring in somebody? And then you bring in one guy. But this is the first time I was saying this offseason we see them making that attempt to do that. You have your first-round pick in CeeDee Lamb. You have a first-round pick in George Pickens, bringing him in there. You have another first-round pick that you bring in with the offensive line. You bring in a guy that his offense is predicated off of the run, and then his quarterback has had that success. You're starting to see the foundation of them trying to build around Dak and go to his strength. He's never, like you said, he's never been the guy that had the big arm and stuff like that, but he's been the guy that can have 37 touchdowns, that can lead, have the number one offense in the league with less weapons around him. So now that you're starting to do that and build that foundation, I say give them time. But I think this is going to be the time. So for him to make that, getting back to Chris Sim, for him to make that comment, it's like, bruh, if anything, you should have had him on. This is the make or break if that's the case. Because now with them actually bringing in the weapons and doing all that stuff, then you can maybe start trying to put a narrative on him. But to say that he's already done, that was completely far.
Can I say this?
Get the last one.
Yeah, real quick. And I when you make the reference about golf, and I think that's really the department that I want to put out where I want to keep Dak. When you look at Detroit, those years where they were just horrible and stacking those first-round picks. So it's different, man, when you're bringing in a guy that's top 5 pick in the draft versus a guy that you're getting at 19 or 20, as far as the pick you're getting. And those 12-5 seasons led way to them getting those later-round picks in the first round. And, again, there's no excuse. You have to be more strategic about the guys that you get. But, man, Detroit has been able to go out there and get the pick of the litter when it comes down to those first-round picks.
Look, Ozzie Newsome made a living out of picks in the 20-somethings for years, and one of them being Lamar Jackson in the 30s. So the Cowboys have no issue from their first-round picks. They've done a very good job there. True. I just go back and look in terms of how intentional have you been about it with Dak Prescott versus the other clubs who have. All right, let's get a break in here. Trayvon Diggs on the verge of losing possibly $500,000.
Oh, whistles.
You know what's coming.
Whistles. That's a bomb dropping.
500? Trey, Barry, I'm Newy, back on the Players Lounge on DallasCowboys.com.
Yes.
Crazy. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Dallas Cowboys Game Day is brought to you by Captain Morgan, the official spiced rum of the NFL. The NFL season is full of legendary tales on and off the field. And when you follow the captain within you, stories become stuff of legends. So gather your crew and visit followthecaptain.com to begin your adventure. Please drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1. Any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12. No crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane's sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31. Anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
The CONCACAF Gold Cup is back at AT&T Stadium with 2 doubleheaders. Watch Costa Rica take on the Dominican Republic and Suriname face Mexico on June 18th. Then on June 22nd, the United States meets Haiti and the Dominican Republic takes on Suriname. Don't miss your chance to see the best soccer teams in North America. Get your tickets for both days now at SeatGeek.com.
Slide that in there.
Hey.
CONCACAF. I see you. I see you, dog.
Yeah, what is it?
I apologize for
I see you.
my ambiguous mistake that
It's okay.
I learned. That was amazing.
It's all right. Don't.
I learned.
It's all great.
Apparently, I keep making mistakes, just like I called George Pickens a first-round pick.
Man, we all do it, baby. This the Players Lounge, Pippin.
Nah. I'm gonna show the world that you can own up to your mistakes. Hey,
Man,
just like what the Cowboys are doing right now, you own up to your mistakes, and we fix it.
Thanks.
We fix
The
it.
10 wins.
10 wins.
Hey, I'm starting to get there, closer and closer by the day.
You see it. 10 wins.
Hey, put that. You got time? Rolling on this is the perfect time.
Welcome back to the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming, Barry, Trey, Heck. I'm Newy. Barry Church is on record as saying the Dallas Cowboys are going to win
10 wins.
games. Las Vegas has them slotted as a 7.5 win team.
You want to make some money?
I had them as 8 in the possible.
8 in the possible. 10,
No, 7 in the possible. 7.
I was about to say,
I was just about to say, that changed.
I was about to say,
What
that
just
changed.
happened?
That changed.
Hey,
Creeping up.
See, you gotta realize he do a couple shows, so he got a couple different different avenues. He gets shows mixed
He
up.
has his bets.
So Vegas, when you go 7.5, that's 8. That's 8. But I got it
Slick there.
7 in the possible. 7 in the possible because that last game we'll see. Where
You hedging your bets right there. Make sure
10 wins, baby.
7 then 8. Then it's
Well,
like
I mean, like I said, at the end of the year, that last game at the Giants, where's everybody at? Do you need to win, or do you pull one of the Mavericks things where you're like, go get him, Joe Milton. Go out there, guys.
Bazooka Joe.
hey,
Throw it in
Bazooka Joe.
Throw it in the 100 Joe.
Oh, I seen that.
At the bat flipping there. I didn't see that. Hey,
Yeah, athletic.
That's my possible right there. So they may go win it. They may not.
Listen,
I don't know.
If we see Joe Milton and that's his start is against New York, then everything is going good.
Yeah, where's it?
We good in the hood. We good in the hood.
May not
Coasting.
May not. So we'll see. So I
Bazooka
right.
backflip
I believe
Joe.
in Vegas. They got nice buildings out there.
They
in
make
Vegas
a lot of money out there.
For a reason.
They make a lot of money.
For
For
a
a
reason.
reason. They say a sucker's born every minute.
Every minute.
They get him
Get it back.
Wow.
Give me another loan. I can get it back.
But
I'm a fighter.
Barry's got him at 10 wins.
Let's go.
Hek'ma's got him as the 7th seed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And now, Trey, you just walking right on into that.
I didn't walk into there.
on,
My statement is still
look
the same.
it. Come
What did I
on,
tell you?
man.
I told you. I said 7
He's
in the
impress-
possible.
He's impressionable.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
He's
I'm not.
impressionable.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Roll
Church,
back the
what did
clip.
he just
Roll
do?
back
What
the
did he
clip.
just do?
Roll back the clip of what I said. I said
What
7
did he
and
just do?
impossible, but I said give me to training camp. I said I can see it happening. They have the pieces.
Who's the show no?
Hey, hold on.
I mean,
Yeah, you gotta
Y'all
stop,
good?
man.
Hey,
You
stop
gotta
it to Malone. Y'all good?
you do this to yourself
I
every
don't do
week.
nothing
now.
to
You on a
myself.
roll.
I'm good. What
Say,
do you mean?
You starting to really do this to
I told you what I said. Based off of last year, 7 and impossible, but with the tools that they're adding around him and stuff like that, it potentially
First
can
off,
happen.
7
Let me
and-
see. I said, let me see in training camp.
Might as well go to 8 now, baby.
I'm not going. I'm going to 8 right now.
First
This is where
off,
I'm sticking.
When he say 7 and impossible, you taking my stuff.
That was me. I said the
No, it
possible
wasn't.
first.
No, it was.
Hold on. Did I not give the spades analogy on here?
I'm
Bring
not
out
getting
the golden
into that.
book. I
Yes, it
said
is.
a possible.
Please go like Danny McCray. Go on, pull it up.
Chris,
Go pull
please.
it up.
Hey, Chris.
No, don't put it up, Chris.
Chris,
go
can
pull
you
it up.
please pull
Danny
up the
always
clip?
covered his own.
Hey,
Pull it
I
up.
got my stuff.
Go pull
You
it
got
up,
that
man.
glow.
Man, I'm about to pull up where my phone at. I'm about to go to Twitter. About to go to Twitter and pull up that
You
episode.
are so you.
I was the one that
I
said
love it.
possible.
No, that
Don't
movie
take
was
credit for me now. Don't-
Man.
That is
Really
good.
don't know how long we've been doing this show.
Hey, that's fine.
You don't
That's
know.
fine.
Come on.
Okay, so
right,
bottom
Newy.
line, you sitting around. This man got you thinking about.
No, I'm in
That old
between.
Gerald Levert got you thinking about it. You thinking about it.
Hey,
It's
I
okay.
told you. I think about a lot of things, man.
Somebody's gonna renege.
Not me.
Gonna be.
Don't
We ain't leave it. Hey,
Stop.
you the only one that's in the
Newy,
book.
Stop.
You the only one that's in the book. Don't put me in the book until after training camp.
Come
I
on,
told
don't do
you.
it. Don't do it. Newy. Come on.
Yeah, no, put
Don't
him
do
in there.
He done put him in the
Don't
book
do
of
it.
integrity.
He put him in the book. Hold
you
on. He
can't do
put
that.
you in the
He
book.
Yeah, I'm in the book. I'm in the book.
He can't put
You
me in
can't.
there. I
You
never
can't
said
do
it.
that. It can't be
I
until
said,
August.
give me to training camp.
Okay, all right. Let's
Can't
get
do
back to the matter at hand here. Trayvon Diggs could possibly forfeit $500,000
Yeah,
A lot of brethren.
it is.
by the offseason workout routine he's deciding to pursue. He's spending a lot of time in Miami. He's not here. The contract states, hey, get your $500,000. You do your little performance. They want to see you. They want to see your face. When they
we
give you
wanna
all that,
see-
when they give you all that money, we need to see your face.
Wanna
We
see
need to
your
see you
face,
walking
Peter.
around the building. You know.
Show your face.
Oh, your face.
You want to see my face?
Now, Church, explain to the viewers.
Yes, sir.
How long do you have to be up here during these OTAs?
Oh, whatever. Well, it depends.
Is
what
it 5 days a week here they working out? How many days is it you
It
got to be here?
depends on
during
your
OTAs?
con. So for me, I had a stipulation. I had to be at 80% or whatever it was when you
This
come
is
to
high like
OTAs. Yeah, and to me, I mean, I wasn't going anywhere anyway. I wouldn't forfeit no money, even if it was 1,000.
We know.
I didn't know about that.
We know.
But you just gotta be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for your
So
OTAs.
I'm saying, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That's it.
Not all week.
Not all week. Not the weekend. Not Mondays. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And we're pretty close to the airport.
Boom. 2 hours to the East Coast, 2 hours to the West. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you just gotta be here. And then you get the rest of your time to do what you gotta do.
So Miami's open on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and
They
Monday.
gonna hold for sure, especially on Sunday.
Correct?
Yeah. Got it.
Correct?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It is.
It is open.
And if you wanted to train with somebody and use somebody in Miami,
You could definitely go hop.
considering he's a
He
multi-millionaire,
got that type of bread.
Yeah, you can definitely do
that
that.
training staff will probably be available on Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
Monday. Great?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand it.
Let me slide
ain't gonna
on
been
in
there.
here and play devil's advocate for the voiceless.
Oh, I just read your shirt. Oh.
Yeah, you see it, Noops, yeah, Blackheart. But with that being said, yes, he can get out of here. He can do all those things, but you got to ask yourself, why are you doing that? Like, this ain't just some chump change. One, is it pride and is it ego, and do you feel untouchable and realizing that this is untangible? Are you going down there for training purposes? We see that your brother is having fun and doing certain things at a certain level. Like, all that stuff plays a factor into it. Like, if my circle is saying, hey, we about to go out of the country and go party and do this and that, guess what? I'm gonna be more inclined to do that. If my circle says, hey, you know what, I'm gonna stay over here at the facility and you at the facility, I'm not about to just have my entourage and be like, all right, I'm gonna go do this. Like, I'm gonna be more inclined to go do that. So you ask yourself, a lot of these things can play a part into it, but ultimately if he's a smart man, I hope that he's pulling the Ray Lewis. I hope that he's like, hey, man, I'm doing this because I need to go be by myself and get into that dungeon and just lock back in to where I can go do something. It's a possibility. We don't know what he's doing. But you got Pete Bommarito down there. But with that being said, once you get to a certain level, we all know that there's those players that make enough money to where they have their own regimens. Aaron Rodgers would go out the country and go do whatever he did.
Well, that's such a bad comp.
That's not a bad comp. For somebody, his overall body of work and his resume.
No. I'm just talking about at this stage in his career, which is, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
Go. You finish with
No, you're good. Like, all I'm saying is, like, me personally, I don't think he should be down there. I think perception is everything, especially when there's so many questions about the defense. Who's going to be the leader? Is Micah Parsons the face of it? This can be your chance to cement yourself as the leader of the Dallas Cowboys defense. Being a former leader in interception, there's so many things that you could be doing in the right direction. Now, also, like I said, I just play devil's advocate because I'm saying he could be doing this for whatever reason. It could be personal reasons. We don't know because he has not talked to us. But give him the dignity of doing that. He is a proven player, a proven starter in this league. And if the Cowboys, if you don't hear Stephen Jones or Jerry Jones out here, because we know Jerry says what's on his mind, if you don't hear Jerry saying he needs to get down here and this is a big distraction, then it might not be as a big a distraction as we making it to be.
But
is what I'm saying.
What's understood don't need to be stated in situations like this. And you've already signed your deal, and you already know you talked about the 80% or whatever it is you had to be here for OTAs. I understand that athletes are superstitious, and for whatever reasons, whatever oil or liniment you've had on you, I get it, right? But you have to show up.
Yes.
This is Brian Schottenheimer's first OTAs as a head coach, and he is building. Trayvon Diggs, was it 2021 where he set the record 11 interceptions?
Was that the year? I want to say that was it.
But he and Deron Bland, these are two guys that we haven't been able to see play at the same time, and injuries have derailed that for both of these guys. And finally, we're at a place, even coming off the injury that he had last season, where both of these guys may be healthy for the beginning of the season. That would be huge for the Dallas Cowboys defense. It would be huge for the psyche of this team and an organization and fan base. And I think he's missing an opportunity. I don't understand for the $500,000, I'm gonna be able to make it up on the back end or somewhere else. Dude, that's a $500,000 today, not tomorrow. And that is what I don't think is smart for him from a business aspect. But when I see these videos or these clips of him rehabbing, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But where you need to be is here with this Dallas Cowboys rehab, with these doctors here, and working with the team and understanding and getting the vibe for the just overall aura that they're building here in this environment. And he's missing out on that.
So according to Calvin Watkins, he quotes Diggs' contract, says he loses $500,000 of his $9 million base salary if he doesn't complete at least 84% of the workouts. And he also says with these organized team activities, which are voluntary right now, the team is 95% of the team is here working out right now. No. And he goes on to say, it's not a good look. That's what Calvin Watkins would say, hey, it's not a good look. And he also talks about Parsons not being here, but I think we all know and understand Micah Parsons is a stratosphere that Diggs is not.
And he's not coming off of injuries.
And that's the biggest thing. He is not coming off of injuries, and that's why, me personally, I think he should be here coming off of injury. On top of that, Micah not being here, like I said, this is the chance to solidify yourself. Like, if you plan on playing however much longer and going to get that bag, like, this is the opportunity where, like, hey, Micah's not here. We know why he's not going to be here, but now we're looking for our next big name, and that's star leader. And so that's where I feel like he's doing himself a disservice. But not even if you didn't come every single day, like you said, let's get this straight. It is voluntary. At least if you showed up 2 out of the 3 days, because we all know those vets that when you came into the locker room and it's like, oh, I got to leave out at the end of the week to go take care of this and that. Like, you need to be here in some form and capacity. But I also know that certain guys, when they wasn't here, you looked at them and said, hey, like, oh, I know why he's not here. And so my question is, has he proven to people that he's a guy that don't need to be here right now?
And you got a new defensive coordinator. You know, that you got to figure out the defensive coordinator. And not only that, you put more pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you come in the beginning of the season, you get on that football field, you don't ball out, we all know how it works. We all know how it works, not only from the outside, but people in the building. We know they're going to be like, oh,
told you. He wasn't here this week.
He ain't a worker. You're going to get that narrative started. So it's a lot of pressure you're putting on yourself.
Go ahead, man. With your hand
to
up.
quote the great Darren Hambrick and Chris Beam, you were there when he said this. Mm-hmm. What do voluntary mean?
You know what it means. We know what it means when it don't mean what it means. And so
for Micah Parsons, voluntary is going to be different. Diggs is voluntary. 100%. Then Guyton's voluntary. Dak Prescott's wife had a baby last week.
Next day,
he's still here
in the building.
And that's what's going to make it bad for you to say, like, oh, this man just had a baby and he showed up the very next day here and accountable. It's like people look at you. So, like I said, perception is everything. And it's like the great Bill Parcells. Like I just had to play devil's advocate and say I would hope that it's a great reason he's doing it like Ray Lewis, because people understood if Ray wasn't in the building or Ed Reed wasn't in the building, it's because of that. But I'm going to sit here and say that for you to be gone, you're messing up your ducats. Bill Parcells came in there and said, hey, one day I had a backup quarterback. He was sleeping in my meeting. He said, I walked over there, woke him up and fired him. When the media asked him where was he at and it was time to talk to him, he said he was sleeping in my meeting. He didn't want to be here, and that was a disrespect to me. A reporter asked him and said, what would you done if that was Philip Sims? He said, that was Philip Sims. You know what I did? I'd have walked over there just like I did the other cat, and I'd have tapped him on the shoulder just like I did him, and I said, hey, you need a pillow?
When you mentioned Ray Lewis, was this Ray post Super Bowl MVP Ray, and established Ray?
You earned your right. That's why. But did I not just say a few minutes ago?
Right,
you got to ask yourself, like, to other people, has he earned that right? But to himself, obviously, he feels like he's earned that right.
What scares me?
That's what I said.
What scares me is the perception, because the perception is not always reality, and you can't overcome that. You know, as football players, you got your helmet on. Nobody's hearing what you're saying, so you could be perceived however the media and everybody else is saying it. You're talking about, hey, first game of the season out there versus the Philadelphia. A.J. Brown burns you on an 80-yard bomb. What is everybody going to talk about?
And it's going to be in the building. Like, I've seen it myself. Like, cats didn't come around and
is he going to be ready for it?
The whisper.
Is he going to be ready for it?
But that's another question, and you cannot answer that because he's not in the building. You don't know that, and those are questions that you need to have answered, because, hey, I don't know about y'all, but in about 2 more months, it get funky around here, boy.
Hey, I'm gonna leave.
Got to get a break. Got to get a break in here. When we come back, it's still not done. The Micah Parsons deal. Let's dive into that next. Right here, the Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
What's wrong with you?
Phil ain't the only one.
How do you tell the world about all the great gifts in the Yeti store? Let her rip, Troy.
All right, folks, let's get started with the Yeti French Press. Enjoy coffee that stays hot for hours in a French press. 34 ounce for you, 6'4" for the cruise. The Yeti French Press. Hot mix waterproof bags. Bags waterproof. Submersible waterproof doubles. Waterproof bags. World's mostly water, so get a waterproof Yeti bag. Do I smell something cooking? Oh, new cast iron skillets made to be passed down like Mama's recipes. Take a steak, cornbread, cobbler's pot pie, and potatoes next level with 3 sizes of Yeti cast iron skillets.
Gear, gifts, and product experts. Visit the Yeti store on McKinney Street and at South Lake Town Square today.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, Crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry. Even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Back to the Players Lounge.
The Weeknd is bringing the After Hours Tour to Dawn Stadium tour at AT&T Stadium August 27th to 28th. Catch this all-new show in support of the full album trilogy with Playboy Cardi and special guest Mike Dean. Get your tickets today at SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing partner for AT&T Stadium.
Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. Reading rainbow. I like that. Oh, no. I'm trying to give you props.
I did last week. That's better than last week.
We got it, man.
It's getting there.
Next week, it's going to be spot on.
Hey, it comes in.
I like it.
Agricultural leadership degree paying off right now.
Minor in communication.
Gig 'em.
There we go.
Gig 'em, guys. Gig 'em.
Coachable, baby. I love it.
Noops can read. I love it. I love it.
And we play football too. Colin Kaepernick.
No.
No.
Let's get no.
Talking about people that ain't in the league. You guys got anybody in the league now?
You
got anybody in the league now?
There we go.
Okay.
We do. We got
Quiet.
a lot of them.
Quiet is quick.
We got a lot of them.
You're your quarterback now in the league.
Bro, you focus on one person, man.
Here we go.
Like, how many Q dogs y'all got out here?
Focus on a dude that ain't in the league now. I'm just asking about who's in there now.
Here we
Represent.
go.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, man, we ain't got to do all that.
Me
Ain't about
and
the show.
Barry, man, while y'all doing the,
Okay,
the
so
Greek off. Can we talk about the?
Hey, I do not like what
That boy.
you ain't slick. You think you good? Hey,
bro. They out here like Charles Barkley on TNT the other day.
That was
They're like Charles.
close.
Y'all good? That was real close.
That was play on words, dog.
That could have went. Hey, that could have.
It's a ball head thing.
It is not, man. Let's go.
That's not my fraternity.
I was about to say, watch out. We don't do that,
man.
Fraternity you talking about. Not me.
Boy, wildin'. He wildin' today.
All right.
Hopefully the Q's still got a fraternity.
Let's do it, man. Come on. Micah Parsons
Needs to get paid.
Stephen Jones got sensitive this week a little bit. You know? Yeah, man. Sensitive about all the questions. You know the questions are coming.
Yeah.
And that's the part that he was frustrated about taking the question. It was like, what else is there going to be asked right now?
That's it.
Because you're going down the same road again. A key player who must be signed, a key player who the defensive coordinators would love to have right here in the OTA so they can get to know him. He gets to know them. We saw last year Mike Zimmer speaking about some of the challenges that he had in bringing in his new defense and trying to make the pieces fit. There was not 100% buy-in last year from guys. So why not make sure your best defensive player, your weapon, is happy, signed, and plugged in with the new coaches? That's the part for me that I just say, like, man, guys, get this done. It hasn't gotten done yet.
What you think, man?
Man, you gotta get that done, man. When it's time to make your player happy, it's time to roll out the red coats, like the red carpet, whatever you want to call it, whatever analogy. You got to make them happy. Like why not? Especially when they're proven. Like he's proven that he's a premier pass rusher. Your defensive coordinator wants him there. Like you're missing your Jill right now. Like, why not bring Batman in here right now? And you have the Legion of, you're trying to form the Super Friends right now. You can't even do that because Batman's not here to take off. So take care of him.
I think the frustrating thing is the theatrics of the contracts each and every season. You have guys that need to get signed. You know this prior to. I'm going to say Tyler Smith needs to get taken care of. Deron Bland is going to be on, you know what I'm saying? And so all of these guys that are going to be reaching the platform, how are those going to be taken over? And with Micah's deal, to me, and seemingly it seems easy because you're going to make him one of the highest non-quarterbacks in the league. So get to the numbers. And this whole back and forth about who's his agent and, look, exactly who his agent is. The deal should already be done by now. And if we extend this all the way through camp and have to go through this with Micah, especially, again, with Brian Schottenheimer's first year as a head coach, that would be disappointing to me for it to be right before the Philadelphia Eagles game. Micah Parsons is now back in the locker room because that this can get messy. And they can ill afford for this to get messy, especially with this new coaching staff.
I agree with y'all 100%. I agree. He needs to be paid. I agree with 100%. The one thing I'm saying for the owners is I don't believe they want this to be like the NBA. Like, the NBA is a player-driven league. They strong-arm, hey, I want to get traded. Hey, I want to go here, I want to go there. I'm strong-arming everybody. I don't believe the owners want the NFL to be like that. Yeah. So how many years Michael Parsons got left? He has this year and a 5th-year option? If they will.
Next year is the 5th.
Next year is the 5th-year option. So, I mean, I get from the owner's perspective, they don't want to be strong-armed. Like, this is our league. We'll let y'all understand when we want y'all to get paid. But I agree with y'all 100%. You don't want this to snowball until it's a situation where you got to pay the man $45 million or something crazy like that.
And that's the biggest thing is about, it's like my dad used to always say, I'm not about to have a pissing match. At the end of the day, play the game within the game. Play chess and not checkers. Yeah. And so from the owner's perspective, yes, you don't want it to be a player-driven league, but also from an owner's perspective, if I'm an owner, I'm going to say, hey, they get paid far more than me. It's the reason why they're in the seats that they're in. But if I'm playing Madden at home on my franchise, I'm going to try to get this man taken care of last year, so I ain't got to do it this 5th year because that price, like what DJ Khaled said, yesterday's price ain't today's price, and it keeps going up. So if he comes back in here, do everything that he's capable of doing, that price tag just got that much higher.
That's true.
You done seen TJ Watt got paid. Myles Garrett then got paid. So, when you could have made him the highest player, non-QB player, by $1 just more than that, I guarantee you he would have took it. And it wouldn't have been.
Heck, take the last one.
And that was Fat Joe. And so that said yesterday's Fat. But here's the deal.
DJ Khaled made it
but no, it's all good. But here's the deal. But it's Fat Joe said. But here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Right.
DJ Khaled made it famous. What are you talking about?
All right, and it was Jimmy Johnson that said that about the quarterback too. So I mean, look, here's the deal. Let's say
I got great quotes. I might not.
It's all good. It's okay. It's okay. And this is why I shouldn't cite my source. This is why. My point about get it done. Yeah. Get it done. Get him in the building, whether it's a pissing match or whatever it is, back the Brinks truck up. Yeah. And don't allow for the season to start with your defensive leader not in the clubhouse.
And he's doing everything right.
He's trying.
Up. He's
trying.
He's not in trouble.
He's trying.
He does everything right.
He built a brand that's on par with America's
team. Does his thing. He's not in trouble.
It's the Players Lounge, baby.
Hey, the man.
Hey, bro, you gonna stop trying to do that? Just
get your pinky up, baby. When you take that,
take that what?
The shot, baby. Take that shot. You take that shot.
You've been acting different, bro.
That's all you. Hey, that's all you. That's all you.
I've been acting different.
By the way, shout out.
Yeah.
This is Harrison for the shea butter.
Yeah, bud. Oh. How you looking? Right, boy.
Oh no. So you're not sharing?
Wow.
Heck.
No, I'm gonna do the Noop thing. No, I'm gonna worry about me.
It was a special request.
Wow.
I got you.
Wow.
I got you.
You got him? What about me?
Ice bag.
Do you even know
what about me?
When my man asked for the ice bag. Where was I at the next time?
Not about that.
I know I'm the new guy.
You know what?
Brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming.
Aristocrat Gaming. Wow.
Thank you, Nikki.
Wow.
Shea butter.
I know I'm the new guy, but can I put my
Thank you, Hek'ma.
I'm a little ashy too. This is crazy.
All that money you got, if you ashy, it's your problem. All that money you got.
Wait, I ain't ashy, but I can always use products.
I'm just saying.
I like self-care.
I wish I had some Harrison shea butter.
She gonna give self-grooming care to a dog?
That's crazy.
Come on,
crazy.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Send us out, Chris. Goodbye.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!